Hello friends, welcome to this video. So till now, in the portion of semester 5 TYBSc Mumbai University Linear Algebra, we have discussed about quotient space, orthogonal transformation, and inside an orthogonal transformation there is a small section that is known as maps on R2, linear maps on R2. So we'll be discussing that now. So the first we'll start with an orthogonal transformation, which is nothing but a rotation. After that we'll be discussing reflection in the next video and few more theorems beside that, and after that we will go to the next topic in this unit only, that is called as a characteristic polynomial, that will be connecting you from unit 1 to the unit 2. Okay, so this is our going to be the plan for next few videos. For now we'll be learning what is a rotation through an angle theta about origin. Okay, so we already know what the rotation is. We'll be talking so next few video will be only talking about the vector space or a inner product space R2 only. Okay, so inside R2 I want to find out a rotation matrix where the rotation is done through an angle theta about origin. Okay, so there is one more thing that is required, that is the direction. There could be a clockwise direction rotation or an anti-clockwise direction rotation. We'll discuss both of them. But before that, I want students should know what is a polar form, right? That is polar coordinates in terms of r and theta, because that will be required in my explanation. So this is my xy plane. So any point over here could be represented in the polar form as, I will draw the line like this. If the length of this is r, then I will draw a circle with a radius r at origin. Then coordinate is same as r cos theta comma r sin theta, right? You guys know this, you have learned in junior college. So I will be required this knowledge. So our aim is to find out the matrix representation of a rotation through an angle theta about origin. First we will go for an anti-clockwise direction. To explain it easily by using diagram, I am assuming that my theta is some acute angle. Student can assume the same idea, means they can extend this idea to any angle theta. Just to represent it diagrammatically simply, I am assuming that my theta is some acute angle. So what I am doing is, I am considering my xy plane, x and y plane. I want to represent a rotation by angle theta, where theta I am assuming right now to be an acute angle. That means any point over here will get rotated till this, where the angle is theta. Correct? So this is nothing but the map. This point will get map over here. What is the direction? That is anti-clockwise direction. Okay. Also we know that any linear transformation, given any xyz linear transformation, could be completely determined by a value of on its basis. That means if I want to know how my rotation works on entire R2, it is enough for me to know how it works on E1 and E2. Where E1 is what? E1 is nothing but this. It is 1, 0 and E2 is nothing but 0, 1. Or any other basis if you might find out. You know there are many bases. Correct? So for any other basis you find out, so it is okay. We'll go with the standard one. So if I want to know how this rotation works inside R2, it is enough for me to know how it works on E1 and E2. Correct? So my claim will be just to think about how my rotation works. Let this rotation through an angle theta be denoted by r theta. So I want to think of r of 1, 0, right? E1. So this r theta of 1, 0 will be this point. Can I find out this point in a polar form? The answer is yes. I know this must be 1. Correct? Because the distance is same. This is nothing but if I create a circle like this, it should pass through this. Okay, so this is nothing but the circle, center at origin, radius 1. Hence the point must be given as cos theta comma sin theta. Correct? Simple. Okay. So I know this 1, 0 will get mapped to cos theta comma sin theta. Is it okay? This is the only trickiest point, otherwise things are really trivial. Okay. So I get to know my r theta will map 1, 0 to cos theta comma sin theta. Now I want to think about E2, that is nothing but this point. So I want to work on r theta of 0, 1. I know my map is nothing but the rotation by angle theta, so this will get mapped to somewhere over here where this angle is nothing but theta. Correct? But if you see, this point is same as rotating this point 90 plus theta. Correct? So it is identical to move my 1 comma 0 to 90 plus theta. So I know this angle is nothing but 90 plus theta. Correct? So how could I find out this? So this is nothing but, since the radius of the circle is 1, this is nothing but cos 90 degree plus theta, comma sin 90 degree plus theta. Correct? Okay. So this is nothing but the second. That means my 1 comma 0 will get mapped to cos 90 degree plus theta, comma sin 90 degree plus theta. Okay. So now we know about this. My cos 90 plus theta, we are in the second quadrant. It is over here, all of them are positive. Over here sin, over here tan and cot, over here cos and sec. So only sin 1 will be positive. That means this will give me a positive answer, this will give me the negative answer. That is, it is nothing but minus, cos will get changed to sin, minus sin theta, comma sin will get converted into cos theta. So I know my r theta of 0 comma 1 will get mapped to this. So I hope you guys also know that the matrix representation of any linear transformation is nothing but r theta e1 and r theta e2. Correct? What is this? This is nothing but, we will write, I just remember in this pattern, what I remember is, what I will do, I will write the first basis element in this column, I will write the second basis element in this column, means the coefficient only. So what I am trying to say is this, my r theta of e1 is actually same as cos theta e1 plus sin theta e2, and my r theta of e2 is same as minus sin theta of e1 plus cos theta of e2. Right? I hope you guys can do this. So now I know the coefficients. This will come to the first column, this coefficient will go to the second column. So my matrix representation of r theta is same as cos theta sin theta, the first column by this, the second column by this, that is minus sin theta cos theta. Okay. So you will observe, whenever you have a minus sign over here, you have an anti-clockwise direction. Correct? This is a way to remember. Huh? So how I remember, if I have a minus sign over here, it is anti-clockwise direction. If you want to think about clockwise direction, what it will be? If it is clockwise, that means my theta will be negative. Correct? You will go in a downward direction like this. So in that case, your theta will be negative. That means for anti-clockwise direction, what you will do? You change this theta by minus theta, you will get your answer. That means, if I want, I will write it over here only. Okay. So I will change every theta by minus theta. Minus of theta. This become minus of theta. This become minus of theta. We know that cos will absorb that minus side inside it, and what we get is cos theta. This minus will come outside, make it plus, so it is sin theta. This minus will come outside, it becomes minus sin theta. This will absorb it, so it is cos theta only. So you will observe, whenever we had this minus sign over here, it was anti-clockwise. Whenever you have minus sign over here, it is a clockwise direction. So this is nothing but a matrix representation of rotation through an angle theta about origin in an R2 plane, clockwise and anti-clockwise direction. Okay. So this is how the matrix comes. You guys should know about it. And after this, you guys will do this theorem. Okay. So pause the video, write the statement, and you guys will prove this. Really trivial. If you get any doubt, write in the comment box. We will discuss in the next video. But if no one gets the doubt, or I don't say anything in the comment box, I will go and make the next video about reflection matrix. Okay. These two are really important. You should know this matrix representation, how it comes, because after that we will be using some theorems in which we will require this matrix. Okay. So after this reflection few matrix, and then we'll go to characteristic polynomial. Once I complete this chapter, I will public my notes which I have already created. There are some correction that I am doing. Okay, don't worry, I will give you notes for sure. And any doubt and any difficulty, write in the comment box. Your feedback, your reviews, please write in the comment box. If you like my teaching, just like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with your friend, and thank you so much. Okay, bye bye.